Hi everybody, Dermot O'Shea, CEO and co-founder of Taoglas, and today I want to give you a quick introduction to our San Diego facility. Let's go. So this is a good example of what we have in each Taoglas facility, where we're designing, developing, prototyping, testing, and even doing final assembly of some of our antenna products. So today we're going to show you our RF lab, our mechanical engineering lab, and our final assembly area here in San Diego. This is our patent wall where you can see some of our innovation in our designs and where it honors some of those antenna engineers that have come up with some great inventions and concepts over the years. So we're going to start in our antenna and anechoic test chamber. That's basically where we start each antenna design. So what we'll do in here is go inside first. Hi everybody. So here we're designing and developing antennas. So you as a customer, if you send us our device, we will test some of our off-the-shelf parts in your device and also maybe do some antenna customization. So we'll actually customize a new antenna specific to your device configuration. So what we're doing here is passive testing. So we're making prototypes, testing it on VNAs, and then when it's ready, we bring it into our anechoic test chamber, which is our MVG SG64 or 24, sorry. What that means is it's got multiple antenna measurement probes. So when we test our device or the antenna, we can really speed up the testing because we're measuring at different angles all at the same time, rather than measuring one angle at a time, which is what traditional systems do. So it allows us to do a lot more projects in a faster time frame, and that's in each of our facilities. Here we have call boxes connected to each one, so we can do active OTA cellular testing. We can do millimeter wave, we can do GPS, TIS, and noise testing, because noise and interference has a big effect on antenna performance. And then once the design is finished, now we have to prototype it and send you something. So this is one of our mechanical engineering labs. Hey Nick, how you doing? Where we have a range of prototyping equipment, from CNC machines to PCB prototype, protomats. We have a 3D scanner, really useful for on-site visits, where we can do a 3D scan of, for example, the roof of a vehicle or wherever the antenna is going to be installed, so we can make sure our prototype has a good fit to your device. And then we have the latest in some of the 3D printers from Form Labs, which give us very accurate prototypes that look like real life production parts or close to it. The nice thing about that as well is we are 3D printing in-house, so that speed is paramount. So we're not sending them out for 3D printing and slowing down the design process and slowing down getting you samples. We've more 3D printers in here. We have laser cutters. We have an LDS machine. We're doing LDS antennas. And here's a good example of what we're assembling here in San Diego. Off-the-shelf parts, but custom foam pieces and wiring with braid and custom connectors that will go inside the customer's case. So that's what we're doing in here, and what we call CCD, our cable and connector division. Tony here is using one of the cable strippers to accurately strip the cable with the right dimensions so that we can accurately crimp the connector on, so it's a good fit and you don't have any errors. Very important for vibration environments. So what we're doing here is a lot of final configuration specific to your use case. So for example, we have some RF cables here. Length is customized, connectors on each end are customized. That would be a good example of what comes from our online cable builder. With online cable builder orders, they are made in your region. For example, if it's within the United States, they're done here in San Diego. If it's in Europe, it's in Ireland. If it's in Asia, it comes from one of our factories in Vietnam or Taiwan. So we can customize the connectors, the color of the heat shrink, if you have any specific labeling requirements, if you want cables on an antenna made shorter, if you want them made longer, if you want something added, if you want something taken out, that's what we'll do here. And most importantly is we'll retest it. Every single one will be retested on our own Taoglas QC app that will compare the data to the original spec of the antenna, and it'll also record the data, so in case the customer wants to retrieve that later. We also have some production equipment here too, like ultrasonic welding. We also have test jigs, a automatic glue dispensing machine. We have an air leak test machine where if we make any modifications to external antennas, we'll put it in the air leak test machine to make sure the integrity of that external enclosure has been maintained following the changes that we've made to it. And then each of our over 800 parts is stocked here in each Taoglas facility. So we have small quantities of all of our parts for immediate modification so that we can modify it and ship it same day for overnight delivery. For larger pieces, then we have off-site storage close by, so we can call in larger quantities. And then for very large volume production, tens of thousands of pieces, etc., we do that in our factory in Taiwan or in Vietnam. So that's a quick tour of the ground floor. Upstairs is our nice offices, including office that we have for you, our customer, where you can come here with your device. You can stay here, you can spend time here, you can work from an office that's there for you. And who wouldn't want to be here with the kind of weather we get in San Diego? But that's a quick tour of Taoglas USA. Thanks very much for watching. For more information, you can reach out to me, Dermot O'Shea, or go to our website at taoglas.com and follow me for more videos like this, where we'll be diving in deeper to look at some of the equipment that I showed you today. Thank you.